everyone, my name is Michaela and welcome to my channel. So I took a little break already from YouTube because I was unsure on kind of how I wanted to structure my channel and what direction I wanted to take it, but I'm back with some new workouts for you guys and kind of cooler, fresher ideas that I had, which will be later videos, but I'm really excited to share all the new ideas that I had with you. So today I'm going to be taking you through my glute and hamstring workout to help build and grow your butt. Now, a lot of things that I hear on YouTube or read on Instagram is how to build your butt without building your legs, and so a lot of people think that working on your hamstrings while working on your glutes is like not a good idea, but in order to grow your butt, you have to work out your legs. You can't just do butt exercises and expect to not hit your hamstrings a little bit too. So I'm here to tell you that working out your hamstrings is great. It's gonna tone the whole backside of your legs. It'll really perk up your butt and make you look more toned. Just wanted to start with that. All right, the first workout that we're gonna get into are assisted pistol leg squats. The reason why I do these on the Smith machine is because I'm super uncoordinated with balancing, and I'm also still recovering from an ankle injury, so I can't quite hold a barbell on my own without using the Smith machine, especially with something like pistol squats that are super hard. But I do love adding weight to them because it makes it harder, it's more challenging, and it really helps me build muscle more efficiently than just doing my body weight. They're super hard to get depth on at first, so don't feel like you're not doing them right if you can't get all the way down like you would in a normal squat or a normal pistol squat. They are super awkward and super funky at first, so just try to get down as far as you can and keep practicing on the depth. Next are the cable kick packs. I know these are like super popular with butt workouts, but they are really effective. Make sure that when you kick back, you're squeezing your butt at the top. Some people like to hold it for a few seconds. Some people like to just kind of make sure they're squeezing at the top. Personally, I like to just keep a fluid motion, so I'm not really using my quads as much, and I'm focusing on just using my hamstrings and my glute. And I notice I do that best when it's a flowing motion and I just squeeze at the top rather than holding at the top. Next are these really awkward but really effective single leg side press leg presses. There's a few different ways you can go about doing these, but this is the way I do them. I do them on a leg press machine, and I sit on one of my knees, putting my foot on the leg press part of the machine, making sure that it's not too high and it's not too low. It's kind of in a neutral place. And when you push, make sure that you're not pushing through your quad, that you're actually focusing on squeezing your butt the whole time. That way you can actually feel it in your glutes and it's not a quad dominant workout. If we're trying to do too heavy of a weight, or if we're going too fast or too slow, we can actually be focusing too much on the quad movement rather than the glute movement, which is what we're trying to target here. Next are hamstring curls. When you do these, make sure that you're doing them pretty slow and try your best to hold at the curl. The biggest tip to this for me personally is to not go too heavy. Sometimes I try to up my weight too fast or too much, and I end up kind of rushing through them, not being able to hold at the curl, and I notice that I don't get as good of a workout even though I'm doing heavier weights when I do it that way. So I recommend staying at a weight where you're comfortable holding it for 3 seconds and then releasing super slow, making sure that you're really focusing on the mind to muscle movement. Next are split lunges. I don't know if you can tell in this video, but the gym was super crowded when I was doing these, so I did them on the Smith machine, but feel free to do it with just a regular barbell. The biggest tip I have on these are to make sure that you're going nice and slow. On the way up, make sure that you're focusing on squeezing your glutes at the top. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Next are cable deadlifts. I personally like these better than traditional deadlifts because one, usually all of the bars are taken at the gym, and if they're not, there's not enough room for me to do them. So if you run into that same problem, this is a great solution to still get deadlifts in. Make sure that as you're doing these, you're keeping your back as straight as possible. You're not hunching over or arching your back too much. Make sure that you're squeezing your butt at the top as well. Next is the outer thigh machine. These are to focus on the outside of your legs as well as your glute. It is a beautiful workout if you do them correctly. Make sure that you're doing these pretty slow. Don't try to rush through them too much. Make sure it's at a heavy enough weight to where the last rep of each set is pretty difficult to get through. And when you're at the outmost position, make sure that you are squeezing your glutes as tight as possible and resisting by squeezing your glutes on the way back together. I like to do the inner thigh machine even though it doesn't really target your butt too much, because I like to kind of balance it out. I like working my inner thighs if I'm going to work my outer thighs as well. And last but not least are cable squats. I love doing these because I get to focus on the depth of my squat rather than adding weight, which I kind of get sucked up into when I do traditional like bar squats. So I really like doing the cable squats to focus on pushing my bum out a little bit and making them more booty oriented rather than like a quad dominant workout. So that's why I really like doing cable squats. And those are all the workouts that I have for you today. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if there are any other workouts that you would want to see, go ahead and comment down below and let me know what videos you guys want to see next. If you aren't already, make sure you're following me on my fitness journey on Instagram. I'll leave the link down below in the description box. And for more videos like this one, make sure you're subscribed to my channel.